Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you didn't know, my name is Ashley and my channel is called Fit Psych Life. I pretty much started this channel because about a year ago I found out about fitness, or well, a little over a year ago I found out about fitness and started my fitness journey. And about 2 months ago I started documenting my fitness journey on YouTube. Well, I'm a psych major, and a lot of what I want to do in psychology is do research on how lifestyle and fitness and nutrition contribute to mental illness, so things like depression, anxiety, ADHD, and I pretty much want to figure out a way people can become less dependent on medication that kind of just makes them feel like zombies and worsens, symptoms of depression and worsens, troubling thoughts and things like that. I wanted to preface this video, kind of put a little disclaimer in here by saying I am by no means a doctor. I'm just a student, and this is research that I've done and that I've put together to share with you guys and kind of give you a little bit more information. And I've, compiled some information that's out here on the internet, so if you see me looking down on my paper, it's my notes. So I just wanted to share this with you today. So I'm going to be talking kind of about 5 foods that have been shown to decrease symptoms of depression, decrease symptoms of anxiety, and just to, all in general, kind of just elevate your mood. So once again, I kind of want to say all of these foods, are great in moderation. You don't want to make these, the focus of your diet, but these are just, great foods to add in there, here and there, and, everything is good in moderation. It's great to have balance. And so I'm just going to get right into the video. So the first food that I'm going to be talking about today is spinach. And like spinach and many other leafy greens, spinach contains folate and magnesium. And spinach, for 1 cup raw spinach, it contains about 24 milligrams of magnesium. And our recommended daily amount of spinach, according to Google, is about 310 milligrams a day. As far as folate, according to Google, spinach per half cup cooked, spinach contains about 121 to 139 micrograms per serving, and our recommended daily amount is about 400 micrograms. And folate, contributes to things like formation of serotonin. In a study that I actually found on the internet, it was found people with low levels of folate, B12, B6, and omega-3s had a condition called hyepercysteinemia. So what this kind of means is it's an increase in the amino acid called homocysteine. This is an amino acid that you actually cannot get from your diet. This is an amino acid that comes from another amino acid. This amino acid binds to another component, and it's called methionine. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I don't know if I'm saying half of these words right, but this is an amino acid you can get from meat and dairy. And so hyperhomocysteinemia is known to cause a decrease in the S-am levels. So that is a neurotransmitter, and I will put that down below what that stands for, because I know that I'm not even going to say it right. And so that neurotransmitter helps produce serotonin, dopamine, and melatonin. It's pretty much found everywhere in the body, every tissue, every fluid in the body, and it is also known for helping maintain cell membranes. Hyperhomocysteinemia also causes an increase in NMDA, an excitatory neurotransmitter which acts like glutamate and binds to the glutamate receptors in the brain. In general, incorporating a little bit more spinach into your diet can help you feel more alert, more focused, and in general have a more elevated mood as well. So the second food that I'm going to be talking about is walnuts, and walnuts are high in omega-3 fatty acids. And in a lot of the research that I found, it is said that Americans consume a lot of omega-6 fatty acid, which actually blocks the healthy benefits of the omega-3 acids. And omega-6s are found in things like soy, corn, and vegetable oil. However, omega-3s are really good for your heart, keeping your heart healthy, really good for depression and the mood. In a study that I found on the internet, I'll link all this information below, a group of people who had previously suffered from depression were given fish oil for 3 months. They weren't taking their depression medication. They had previously tapered off of their depression medication in the supervision of a doctor, and during these 3 months they were taking fish oil. And 2/3 of this group of people experienced a 50% decrease in 3 months of their depression symptoms of sadness, pessimism, inability to work, and sleeplessness. Nuts contain about, according to Google, about 2.7 grams of omega-3s. I'm not really sure if that's correct. It says our RDAs are about 250 to 500 micrograms per day. Another really great source of omega-3s is flaxseed and fish. And so omega-3s can also kind of help with keeping you alert and decreasing anxiety. So the third food that I'm going to be talking about is seafood, and along with seafood also containing omega-3s, seafood, things like cod, shellfish, crab, also contain something called selenium. So the RDA is about 55 micrograms of selenium per day, and since selenium is found in foods in trace amounts, we should only consume it in trace amounts. Any more than that can become toxic for the body. Like a lot of vitamins and minerals, like all vitamins and minerals, you definitely don't want to exceed the recommended daily amount, because at that point it can begin to cause toxicity in the body. So selenium has been shown to increase mood and increase memory. So a lot of the studies have been done in relation to pregnancy and aging. So for example, one of the studies that I found was done on postnatal women. So women that have just given birth and women that just have had a baby can sometimes experience depression due to the stressors of just having a new child, financial burdens of not being able to go back to work right away, not getting enough sleep, things like that. So these women were surveyed over 8 weeks and were given an increased amount of selenium as well as iron and magnesium in a prenatal supplement and in a supplement. And after the 8 weeks, the women surveyed an elevated self-reported mood. Another study that I found done on Alzheimer's patients, it was a 9-year-long longitudinal study. So from the beginning to the end of the 9 years, it was discovered that the Alzheimer patients were progressively decreasing levels of selenium. So I found that to be interesting. The fourth food that I'm going to be talking about today is green tea. So while green tea contains small levels of, small doses of caffeine, nothing like that of coffee per se, but it also contains theanine, and L-theanine acts as glutamate and binds to the same receptors and blocks the glutamate effects, and can also prevent a blood sugar spike and keep you alert. So, the L-theanine blocks excitatory stimuli at the glutamate receptors while also inhibiting GABA neurotransmitters, which are known to be the relaxing neurotransmitter. So the fifth and final food that I'm going to be talking about today is turkey. And although turkey gets kind of a bad rep for making you sleepy because it contains tryptophan, tryptophan is also an essential amino acid and is necessary for the production of serotonin and can also help with irritability and PMS. The recommended daily amount for tryptophan is about 5 milligrams, while an average serving of turkey contains about 0.24 milligrams according to Google. So with the 5 foods that you want to incorporate into your diet if you're experiencing, sadness or depression or a little bit of anxiousness or nervousness, there's also 5 foods that you're definitely going to want to cut down on and start to eliminate to kind of start to experience the benefits or the positive aspects of the foods that you will be incorporating. So the first thing that I want to talk about is caffeine. So although green tea contains caffeine and caffeine is something that can make you happy, a lot of times we put a lot of sugar, a lot of sugary stuff in our coffee, and the coffee paired with the sugar. It's just really not a good mix, and can end up really having more of a negative effect throughout the day. In general, just kind of make you feel a little bit more anxious and kind of have a negative effect on your sleep cycle as well. So number 2 is going to be things like high sugar treats like cake, donuts, cupcakes, candy, things like that. The reason why we crash after having a lot of sugar is because stuff like that, high sugary treats, donuts, cake, that's in the higher glycemic index, and with those type of foods your blood sugar is going to spike really instantly and then kind of take a surge immediately, and then you're going to kind of feel those sluggish kind of feelings of the crashing and not feeling so great after having a really high sugar treat, like a donut or something in the morning. Number 3, fried foods. So while fried foods are often cooked in vegetable oil, which again contains omega-6s, which block the helpful benefits of omega-3s. Fried foods are generally really high in trans fats, which is going to cause your brain to not work at its full potential. Again, it's just going to cause you to feel really sluggish and just kind of yucky if you're loading up on a lot of these fried treats. Number 4, alcohol. So alcohol is just a depressant in general in and of itself. A lot of times people think about drinking alcohol to feel happier. However, like I said, alcohol is a depressant, so it's kind of putting a lot on your body, and the next day you're just really not going to feel as great. And last but not least, potato chips. So again, potato chips are really super high in the vegetable oils and the omega-6s, which again is going to block the helpful benefits of the omega-3s. And potato chips are all something that we love to snack on, but something an alternative to that would either be popcorn or baked chips, or something like roasted seaweed, which Trader Joe's actually carries like a really yummy brand of roasted seaweed. It's teriyaki flavored. It's like 2 carbs. It's like 5 calories. It's really amazing. And yeah, that's about all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know this is kind of a different vibe, so if you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. And definitely share in the comments section what foods you think you're going to incorporate into your diet, what happy foods you're going to incorporate, and what not so happy foods you think you're gonna X out, or 86. Subscribe if you want to see some more videos like this, because I'm definitely gonna have some more coming at ya. Thanks for watching. I love you so much, and have a great day.